Hello, everybody. This is Tanya Ortiz, and today is day 3 of me using the Cherish Pads. So I'm doing this video so I can give my testimonial. Now, I know many of you guys are watching, like, why are you holding up maxi pads, Tanya? Well, it was actually not a woman. It was a gentleman who introduced me to the Cherish Pads. And this hit home for me because I'm 44. My daughter is 26 years old. And at 26 years old, she actually had to have a partial hysterectomy, and that's big. She had a lot of problems with her menstrual period. And I'm even the type of person, when my period was on, at the end of my period, I would always have yeast infections. And I couldn't figure out why. Once I got into this company with the Cherish Pads, I started to realize what the name brand pads are made out of. So many of you out there, you're having, you're on your period and you're raw. You have yeast infections, bacteria infections. I've talked to a lot of women who are even look at their partner sideways because they couldn't figure out why they're having these yeast infections. All right, so let's dissect the maxi pad. So this is like, I've kind of dissected it, but here we go. So this is like a name brand, one that most of us use. And when I actually Googled the top ingredients, it was made out of a plastic, okay? And this is where it gets really super duper crazy. Now, a lot of times we look at the ingredients in our food, and nobody looks at what's against our vagina 24/7 for an entire week of our life. All right, you know what this is? When you look at the middle part, I actually Googled the ingredients on this brand, and this is more plastic, okay? And it was pretty sick because they gave the example of when I looked on the box and I couldn't find any ingredients on the box. So I Googled this brand, and it was made out of some kind of polymer, and it was a plastic, and the company said, when I Googled the type of plastic, it was also used on Croc shoes. So here we are, ladies. You're putting plastic against your body. And then, of course, the bottom layer, you can definitely tell that's even, more plastic. So this is a lot of heat, and it's holding in bacteria. And this is something that we don't think about. This is just plastic on top of plastic on top of plastic. As if that is not enough, all this has been bleached, and then they even had the nerve to add perfume to it. That is insane. Perfume. So they put the perfume on top of the plastic because we want to smell good, and then we wonder why we have I was going to say STDs, and then we wonder why. It is nighttime. That's why I got my robe. As you can see, look at the window, it's night. But I wanted to cut this video before I went to sleep. That's why we're having the yeast infections. That's why we're, so raw down there. Because again, this is something that you're wearing 24 hours a day for a week. And they said the average woman is going to be wearing these 3,000 times. That's horrible. Now, when I was introduced to this company, and I'm not going to destroy this one like I did this one. This is like gold to me. And I was so excited that I said the only other time I was excited that my period came on, it's like when, you don't want to be pregnant, you're like, oh my God, my period's on, yay. So my period came on, I was actually doing the have a dance. Oh, and the adhesive glue, it's actually, and I looked up the ingredients, it's industrial strength glue. That's horrible. Again, you're putting all the chemicals and all the bleach, the perfume, and all the plastic against your vagina 24/7. And then you're wondering why you have all your period problems, why you have the cramps, why you have the bacteria infections, why you have the yeast infections. All right, here we go. This is the golden pad, and I am not going to destroy this because I plan on using it. All right, so this does have adhesive, but guess what? It's food grade adhesive, not industrial strength adhesive. This is day 3 of my period, and I'm going to talk about this one, and then I'll give you my testimonial in a minute. So here we go. The first top is a nice soft cotton. Seriously, it feels like I have a panty liner on. This is day 3. I remember yesterday, it is weird. I'm a tampon girl. My period come on, pop a tampon in, keep it moving. And then I would put a pad underneath it. But I never liked the idea of a tampon being in there, because if you ever took a tampon out, you'll see all the fibers. And I always wondered, where did the fibers go? I mean, like, what happens if the cotton fibers get stuck up in you? You know? And ovarian cancer is big. I had a girl sign up, and she was calling me almost in tears. Her grandmother passed away of ovarian cancer. So, again, this is just something we don't think about when we're wearing these pads and tampons. So this is a very soft cotton, okay? I can attest to that. This is day 3 of my period, and it feels like I have a panty liner on. This is an algae strip, and it has, I'm going to read the box. Okay, so this is the top part is a natural cotton surface, all right, and it has a patented, I'm like so messed up that word, but it's late, forgive me, it's 10:30, a patented ion strip, and what that does, it neutralizes the odor, providing antibacterial benefits. All right, so I'm going to talk about that. This might be TMI for some, but for a lot of ladies, it's serious. Because this is why they put the perfume on this one, because of the odor. So, and that does nothing for your odor. Dumping perfume, that's like somebody being funky, and you just like grab, instead of taking a bath, you just grab some perfume and I'm just going to put perfume over top of the funk. Well, that's exactly what they did with this. They put perfume on top of the funk. So this is a ionic strip. What is an ionic strip? Okay, have you guys, when you go to the ocean, the ions are in the water. That's why you see all the people that now the big crazes of salt lamps. You turn it on, it changes the negative ions to positive in the air. It makes the air more healthy. That's what this does. When your body heat touches it, it changes the ions. It's an ion strip made out of algae. It's all natural. And I had cramps. I had heard that it decreases the cramps. I didn't believe it. I got my cramps before my period. I did a video about it. That's when I said I'm in with this company, when it took away my cramps. So I actually... let's go some more about, I'm going to fast forward about what this is made out of. Okay, so the middle layer is cotton, and then the back layer, ladies, is not plastic. Guess what? It's more cotton. So this is all cotton, and it is super duper. I'm going to put this strip back on here. I'm going to use this. I am not destroying this. It is super duper 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 absorbent. I used it. Now, I did kind of push it to the limit because, again, this is something I'm marketing, and I had to be sure, you know, that if I'm marketing something, I don't ever like to make false claims. So, this isn't something I normally do, but you know, the first day my period is kind of light. Of course, as you progress on your period, it gets heavier and heavier. So this was yesterday. I woke up, I put the pad on. I guess it was about, I don't know, it was super early in the morning, probably about 6 o'clock in the morning, and I wore it until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, let's just say. Normally I'd have probably changed it. Now, this is new to me because I'm a tampon person. And I had to keep checking and checking and checking. I was so paranoid because I'm not used to wearing pads. But I was very, very, very dry, and that's good. I was very dry. I actually wanted to do a test to see how much liquid it could hold, because that's an issue. I've talked to women who are in their jobs and they have to take extra clothes because their pads is not holding the liquid. So that was an issue for me. I wanted to like try to push the limit. I'm like, well, how much liquid can it hold? You know? So the pad filled up. You know, my period was heavy, And then, this is going to gross some of y'all out, but I actually did and I couldn't believe it. You're like, oh, Tanya, hey, I'm sorry. I'm just being, we're going to keep it real. Let's just keep it 100. There was no smell. Even my daughter asked me, she goes, well, Mom, didn't it smell? There was no smell. So now I'm wearing something healthy, something that, like I said, this ionic strip, it takes away the bacteria. So it neutralizes the odor. There was no odor. And I know for a lot of women, that is major. So this is why I'm marketing this. I'm marketing, these pads are called Cherish. Now, I would say that the top people, it was a guy who introduced me to this company. And men know that this is something that we need, this is something we want, and they're killing it. And I'm looking for some women who want to lock arms with me, who want to help to market this pad, to impact others, to not only, you're going to change your life financially, but you're going to change the lives of others. And let me tell you, these are very relatively inexpensive. They're only $5. $5. So this isn't a fad. This isn't something that this is something that people need. They need to have this, and like I said, I was all in before my period came on. When I got cramps and I put it on and it took away my cramps, I was like, here's my credit card, sign me up. So how do you go to this? Go to jointanyaortiz.com. You sign up. It's $34 to get in. You would sign up for the starter kit. So you sign up and then you would send me a private message on Facebook. So there you go. You go to jointanyaortiz.com. So like I said, day 2 was actually yesterday. I meant to cut this yesterday. Today is day 3, and so far so good. It's just, it's very, very light, and it feels like a panty liner. And I'm glad, and I don't even know what nobody goes to the store and says, well, let me look at the ingredients. It just doesn't happen. And I looked at the box. I'm not going to lift the box up because I don't want a lawsuit by this company, but the ingredients wasn't even on there. I actually had to Google it, which absolutely sucks. So, again, I'm looking for some ladies who are looking to lock arms with me and get the word out and empower other women about what's affecting their body, because we don't know. My granddaughter is 4 and 5. My period started, I'm 44. My period started when I was 9. That means in about the probability in 5 years of my granddaughter, her period will be on. And I don't want her to go through what I went through. I don't want her to have to do like her mother and get a partial hysterectomy because she's having period problems and can't figure it out. My daughter started wearing pads. She never wore tampons, and then she did the DV cup, and that was like a cup that you put in you, and then it holds all the liquid when it's supposed to come out, and then it's more plastic up against your body, and it's just not even healthy, But this is the healthy way to wear a pad. And again, we've only been taught what our grandmothers and mothers have taught us, and they've taught us the corporate way, who doesn't give a darn about our health, and that's why we're all messed up. So we're going to change that, ladies. Again, go to jointanyaortiz.com. And, they always say you don't know what you don't know, but now we know. So we need to start empowering the other women and lock arms with me, and let's get the word out. And let's not only empower women, but let's change our financial future with marketing the pads. All right, take care. God bless. Goodbye.